Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen. Time to separate the men from the boys in the pennant race. The Orioles play it like pros in a sandlot. The Angels lose control of the Baby Jays. The Royals quit kidding around and wipe out the Red Sox. The Astros share growing pains under pennant pressure. Rookie of the Year candidates endure the big league test. And the Big Red Machine bullies the Mets en route to the top. For young and old, big league headlines and highlights coming up on This Week in Baseball. Brought to you by Gillette. When it comes to personal grooming, most people come to Gillette. Atra Invitation. It's Gillette's best shave at a buy-now price.
I got an invitation, but not in the mail.
I grab my invitation every morning without fail.
I'm shaving close and comfortable, on that you can bet, since I got an invitation from Gillette.
Now, for a limited time only, get the special edition Atra Invitation for less than $1.50. The same pivoting head and face-hugging action that made Atra Gillette's best shave.
At a buy-now price. Atra Invitation from Gillette.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
Where's that husband of yours?
Okay, watch your back, coming through.
Must say something.
Is that all you carried up?
Is that all? This is Lowenbrow.
So what are we celebrating?
This is the second year we're sharing this house. I didn't think we'd make it through the second week.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Yeah, I shouldn't say this, because you might think I'm serious. But here's to good friends. All right.
National League West. Pressure ticking loudly on the pennant clock for the Houston Astros. A loss to Philadelphia in the first of a three-game series had the Astros looking a bit shaky. Though holding first for 3 months, Houston's once 10-game lead over Cincinnati had shrunk to only a half. Was it simply too much pressure for such a young, inexperienced team?
Our club is not showing any signs of the pressure, and I don't think we will. In fact, I believe down the stretch drive, our club is the kind of a ball club that puts pressure on other clubs. We run, we make things happen, and that makes the other team hopefully make mistakes rather than ourselves. So down the stretch through September, I think we're going to be tough to beat.
Nothing puts more pressure on the other team than speed, and the Astros have speed to spare. Instead of crumbling, Houston took the next 2 games from Philadelphia to maintain that slim lead, applying pressure on the bases, making pressure plays in the field, just like they've done all year. At third base, Enos Cabell has made outstanding plays like this all season, while stealing bases and quietly doing an effective job at bat. The Astros league in runs scored, but the runs they do score really count. Jose Cruz, the club's leading hitter, smashed home run number 8, tying Terry Poole for the team lead. Craig Reynolds is still looking for homer number 1, but he's hitting in the 280s, keeping the offense alive with superb bat control. Like other Astros, Reynolds views his role as part of a team concept that works.
I am very, very confident with our ball club and what we can and can't do. But we know what we're capable of doing. We know what we have to do to win this thing. And we're not going to win this division by other clubs losing. We have to win by us going out and taking it and winning the thing.
And that's exactly what knuckleballer Joe Niekro has done, going out and taking win number 18, the most victories in the major league. And relief artist Joe Sambito, the National League leader in ERA, recorded saves 16 and 17. Pressure wins for Houston. But after 90 days, first place went to the Cincinnati Reds, 17 of 21 wins, including clutch victories over the New York Mets for the second straight week. Perhaps looking to change their luck, the Mets got themselves a new feathered friend. They also got a new pitcher, Ray Burris, who'd been tarred and feathered across town with the Yankees, but who pitched 7 innings of 2-hit shutout ball against the Reds. As soon as he departed, however, Dave Concepcion plugged the gap with a clutch double to drive in the only run of the game, Cincinnati's 4th straight one-run victory over the Mets. Lately, these Reds have been pretty hard on a team loaded with ex-Reds. The next day, Joel Youngblood, once of Cincinnati, smashed homer number 16 to give the Mets a 1-run 8th-inning lead. But George Foster, now healthy and dangerous, did his thing in the 9th to set off a 5-run outburst. Reliever Tom Hume, whose newly perfected sinker has allowed only 1 earned run in 29 1/3 innings, closed the door. Hume was hot. Cincinnati was hot. But without a doubt, the hottest Red of all was the man once known as the franchise in New York Shea Stadium, Tom Seaver. A big winning streak and maybe even another dream.
I think the great thing about being a professional athlete is playing in a World Championship game or a World Series. And I've been very fortunate in my career so far to be in 2 of them. And I think that's really the dream of every athlete that does play a team sport, to be able to participate and try to be a world champion.
1969, the Miracle Mets rose from 9th place to beat the Baltimore Orioles with the most improbable victory in recent memory. Tom Seaver was the man who got them there, who made them believe they could win. A 25-7 record, 2.21 ERA, the pinnacle of a career synonymous with great accomplishments. 1967, Seaver breaks into the majors, wins 16 games, and Rookie of the Year, the first step in changing the Mets' losing image. 1970, on April 22nd against San Diego, Seaver strikes out 10 straight, a major league record, 19 altogether, tying another mark. 1975, Seaver wins his 3rd Cy Young Award and strikes out over 200 batters for the 8th straight season. A year later, he would extend it to a record 9. June 15th, 1977, after his last game in a Met uniform, an emotional trade to Cincinnati, where he took with him a lifetime earned run average second only to Walter Johnson. There, he completed his 5th 20-win season, and on June 16, 1978, pitched his first no-hitter after many near misses. Quite a career for Tom Terrific.
I spent 10 great years in New York and had beautiful memories, and that was the first part of my career. Hopefully, say the first 2/3 of my career, and my time spent in playing in Cincinnati has been very rewarding, and hopefully I'll have a shot at a couple more World Championships there.
This week, Tom Seaver took the mound in New York and recorded his 11th straight victory and 51st career shutout. Early in the year, it was thought Seaver's best days were behind him in New York. But here was a pitcher who once again just might be World Series bound. American League pennant chargers. The Eastern Division Red Sox trailing Baltimore by 5. And the Western Division Royals trailing California by 4.5. A matchup that saw Kansas City climb to 2.5 out. Boston slide to 7.5 out. A royal sweep. After trailing by 10.5 just after the All-Star break, the Royals brought the pennant race up to date in Kansas City. And the newest celebrity is left fielder Willie Wilson.
You know, I thought I was going to come here and be another utility man and just go in and play defense and do what I did last year. Al got hurt. I knew I was going to play. It's good to know you're going to play every day, get 4 at-bats, and know you're going to be in clutch situations. And you just feel so much better that the manager has confidence in you to put you in there. And so I figured that when Al came back, I was going back on the bench. And so I had to do good while I was in there. And it turned out I did better than they expected. So I'm the starting left fielder. I slice the ball a lot left-handed. I don't try to pull the ball. I try to hit the ball where they pitch it. And some guys are playing me wrong and some guys are playing me right. And the guys who are playing me wrong, the ball's getting by them. And therefore, my speed comes in handy. And when I can get to second and know I can get to third, then sometimes I feel I can go home.
Wilson and the Royals hope to bring home their 4th straight Western Division title. They'll need pitching like they got from Dennis Leonard, who shut out the Red Sox. Pitching has been the thorn in the defense of the Royals' crown. For instance, Leonard is still only 9-9. Rookie Craig Chamberlain, however, kept his record perfect with victory number 3 and 3 major league decisions. All this news out of Kansas City could not be ignored by the front-running California Angels, who got a big lift in Toronto, or so it seemed, when they blasted away Roy Hartsfield's Blue Jays in one particular game. The Angels have been down since the All-Star break, playing below .500 baseball. But in this one game, they racked up 26 hits, scoring 24 runs in a 24-2 final. But all of those hits and runs counted for only one game. And in the other 2 contests, the Angels could find no cure for their ills, at least not from the Blue Jays, who won them both. Rick Bassetti contributed in both wins with his steady bat. Catcher Rick Cerrone led the way with 5 RBIs in one game, developed a 10-game hitting streak during which he batted .455. And John Mayberry, who raised his average into the 280s with a hot August, crashed 2 more homers to lift his team-leading total to 19. On the mound, rookie Butch Edge, called up to replace injured ace Dave Lemancic, recorded his 2nd win in 3 decisions. And veteran Tom Buskey continued his amazing relief work. In 24 innings since the All-Star game, Buskey allowed only 2 earned runs, reducing his ERA to the league's 2nd best. Meanwhile, the Eastern Division leading Baltimore Orioles won't let anyone reduce their lead, despite Earl Weaver's heavyweight battles with the umpires. The Birds visited Chicago's Comiskey Park, which resembled the moon's surface due to bad weather in a recent rock concert. Al Bumbry demonstrates Baltimore's lunar walk. This brought a protest from Weaver, but when he also questioned an umpire's integrity, he was slapped with a 3-day suspension. Earl didn't make any big fuss about it, especially after Ken Singleton flexed his muscles all the way for homer number 32. Eddie Murray dug in and stroked homer number 18. Rich Dower jumped into the act and belted number 8. And Doug DeCinces unleashed home run number 10, a grand slammer, his 3rd of the season. The Orioles swept the doubleheader despite the field and without their manager, who said he'd stay away all year if they played like that. And now time for another episode of As the Ball Falls. But that's not a ball. That is, but it's not falling. When last seen, Billy Martin was in full stride. So was the Cardinals' Pete Vukovich. Willie Randolph was a little lost and had to crawl home. And a couple of Redbirds could not be separated. Meanwhile, Billy Martin continued to get his kicks in. While our young hero refused to give up. Earl Weaver entered the picture to say hello. But by then, matters were thrown completely out of hand. The plays were wild, and so was Weaver, but for once he had met his match. Meanwhile, back to the screen, the ball had to come down sooner or later, just as the curtain must come down now on this week's installment of As the Ball Falls. Applause, anyone? Now it's time to move on to this week's defensive sparklers. First baseman Eddie Murray of Baltimore. For the Chicago White Sox, Jim Morrison at second. For the Philadelphia Phillies, left fielder Greg Groats. Finally, for the White Sox again, center fielder Chet Lemon. How about that? Now the spotlight switches from defense to youth. Baseball, of course, is a kid's game. One reason so much attention is paid to rookies. This season, Houston's Jeff Leonard qualifies as one of 3 strong candidates for National League Rookie of the Year honors. Leonard is hitting close to 300 while playing a strong right field, allowing Cesar Cedeno to move to first base and Bob Watson to be traded. The former Dodger farmhand has good speed, 14 stolen bases. Los Angeles may have lost Leonard, but did keep Rick Sutcliffe, another leading rookie candidate. 12 wins, 9 losses, the Dodgers' winningest pitcher. Finally, Scott Thompson has proved to be quite a hitter in his rookie year with the Cubs, batting near .330. Thompson has not played every day, but the young outfielder appears to be the best hitter in this year's rookie crop. The American League features numerous candidates, including Toronto shortstop Alfredo Griffin, who's hit around .270 with 14 steals. Only 22, the switch-hitting Griffin should become an excellent shortstop for many years to come. On a team of rookies in Texas, the favorite son is Pat Putnam, a first baseman who's hit in the 280s and shown good power with 15 homers. In Minnesota, third baseman John Castino has impressed not only with a .280 average, but a flashy glove as well. California's pennant drive has been greatly aided by rookie Mark Clear's bullpen work. 13 saves, a 10-4 record, already an all-star. New York Yankee rookie reliever Ron Davis began the year in the minors, but made the big jump successfully. 10 wins, just 2 losses. Meanwhile, the Orioles are grateful to Sammy Stewart, a spot starter, long reliever, and 7-game winner. And the Chicago White Sox are high on 7-game winner Steve Rainbow Trout and 12-game winner Ross Baumgarten, who jumped 3 minor leagues to the big time in 1 season. They're all in the running for Rookie of the Year, with 1 month left to go. Finally, Kansas City's Willie Wilson, the recipient of this week's Gillette Special. The Royal Speedster hit 500 in 9 games, including 2 doubles, 4 triples, and his 4th inside-the-park homer. Wilson also stole 12 straight bases to run his streak to 24, 3 away from the American League record. Congratulations, Willie. See you next week, folks, on This Week in Baseball.